And a fairly good day's painting today. I only really got into the flow the last hour, I would say. So I hope I can get more into it tomorrow. Anyway, in that last hour it was really fantastic, and I stood back to see the section I'd been working on, and really was wonderful, and I was really in the flow there, and it kind of came to mind. I remember my old art teacher from my first early teens at art school, my old art teacher saying to me, growing comes from doing. And she was so right about this. You know, I used to have a problem with actually putting a stroke on the canvas. I've got such a strong imagination, I can project images onto the canvas almost like they're there photographically. And I used to sit for hours in front of a camera projecting different images onto the canvas and thinking, no, it's not worth doing that. Next one, no, it's not worth doing that. And I could sit there for hours till finally I'm motivated to actually start something. And my old art teacher saw me doing this and wondered, what on earth, when are you going to actually start the canvas, Arthur? So I told her about this, you know. And she said, yeah, that's all fascinating, but, you know, what you see in your mind can never be the same as it finishes on the canvas. And also, if you try very hard to recreate exactly what you see in your mind, as though copying a photograph exactly, then you deny yourself the wonder of, I guess it's what Francis Bacon called the accident, the magic accident. And I actually would disagree saying it's a magic, it's an accident. I would say it's actually more of a subconscious action rather than an accident. I think there's control going on all the time. It just only appears to be an accident because you feel that perhaps you was not meaning to do that, but I disagree. I think you actually are meaning to do that. And this, going back to this thing about the growing, this with the growing actually is a threefold thing, I think, because not only do you grow in skill with the doing, with the actual placing of the paint on the canvas, mixing of the colour and so on, not only do you actually grow in skill, but you also grow as an artist with knowledge, the knowledge of what you're doing. But thirdly, the painting itself grows in a way that you could not possibly have imagined or visualized. And this is something I noticed. Well, of course I've always noticed it, but it really kind of hit me hard tonight. And that when I stood back and I saw there was a flow there, that I just went with the flow as though the painting had a consciousness of its own, telling me where to go. And then suddenly when you stand back, it all seems to work in perfect harmony. So you're certainly growing in doing, and it's such a wonderful feeling to be part of that whole consciousness, the evolving consciousness of the painting itself.